Minnesota Vikings finalized their initial coaching staff under first-year head coach Kevin O'Connell by bringing in Greg Minuski. Minuski just looks like a football guy, right? And the more you dig into him as a player, of course, 3 years with the Vikings as a special team linebacker, and him as a coach, 12 years of defense coordinator experience, and you're getting him to coach inside linebackers. I love it, man. I love it. And just looking at the top end of the coaching staff, all of these dudes, whether coming from the Rams, whether coming from places where they clearly had options and a lot of NFL experience, they're coming to follow Kevin O'Connell. Speaks to his charisma, speaks to what they think of him as a leader. And I mean, this is a nail-driving, pipe-hitting, just fantastic coaching staff to start. And then they filled in the bottom of the coaching staff as well this week. So Minuski is in, and there's a lot of quality control, assistant position coaches, but one that really stands out is pass game specialist, game management coordinator Ryan Cordell. Now, some teams have had this position, most don't. The Vikings certainly didn't, given the way that Zimmer managed games, but it's an intriguing job because you don't really know what the job entails. On game day, is he breaking down decisions? Is he going into game theory? Is he working percentages and relaying them to Kevin O'Connell? I'm very intrigued to see what Ryan Cordell is going to do, where 2014 he was with the Niners and then worked his way up basically on the executive side and then got into analytics. So he's not really a coach, but again, more of an economist, more of a game theory guy, which is super amazing. This is what they wrote. Intriguing role. This is an interesting position that previously did not exist, at least officially. It for damn sure didn't exist with Zimmer. In Minnesota, it's potentially well-timed, given the Viking struggles at the end of halves in 2021. Oh, Vikings.com. They got the shade. I love it. Cordell has ties to O'Connell 2016 in San Francisco and GM Kwesi adofo-mensah with the Niners and the Browns. So he's come over from Cleveland. I can't wait to see what the hell this is going to be. It's going to be great. It's better than hiring a Gen X advisor or Gen Z or whatever the Vikings did a couple years ago. By the way, Kwesi, phenomenal hat. No big deal. Defensive quality control. Yeesh, we're going down the nepotism again. But Steve Donatel coming on in, where also a lot of these bottom of the coaching roster dudes primarily worked in college. But Steve Donatel, son of Ed Donatel, the Vikings' new defensive coordinator, he worked his way up coaching in college. So it is what it is. I'm fine with nepotism to a degree, as long as, say, in some bizarro world, Ed Donatel's head coach and then Steve Donatel all of a sudden becomes defense coordinator. I would have a problem with that. We've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But the fact that Donatel Jr. has gotten his experience elsewhere versus just directly under Daddy in Denver, I respect that. So getting a little bit more experience, maybe he'll find somewhere else to go. Offensive quality control, you got Duron Montgomery coaching at Abilene Christian, as well as, that's the U being the U, baby. Michigan wide receivers, working a lot of places in college, Georgia as well as Arizona last season. So another former college player who played at Iowa State back in the day. There you go. Inside linebacker coach Greg Minuski, who we talked about, former player for a decade in the league, as well as 12 years defense coordinator experience, had a lot of crossover with Kevin O'Connell in Washington. And then, how broken up is this page? Anyway, assistant wide receivers coach, Tony Sorrentino coming in. So a lot of experience at the collegiate level, even 2 years with the Gophers. And then... let's see. So we worked in Jacksonville and then went back to college, Tennessee, Florida Atlantic, Northern Illinois. Now, it's notable that, so they retained McCardle, the only coach that they held over, only position coach that they held over from the previous regime, but also Kevin O'Connell's bringing in his own guy as an assistant. So maybe it's just a little bit of look over your shoulder, or it could be, hey, Kevin O'Connell saw that Keenan McCardle did great things with the wide receivers last year, and just adding more power to the brain trust. I mean, it's never a bad thing, right? Assistant defensive line coach Alik Terry is coming in from college. Last year, he coached the offensive line at Hawaii. Previously was a grad assistant at Oregon and Wake Forest. And then, I mean, that's it. And I'm fired up about this staff, man. I don't think you could possibly handpick a better run out of assistants where you have experience, you have young up and coming guys, and you have like Matt Daniels, who's a first time special teams coordinator, but learned under John Bones Jones. And then you have Ben Kotwicka, who has a ton of experience as a coordinator in this league. They're going to be working together in conjunction on the special teams. And you see that at every single level. There is experience, there is innovation, and Kevin O'Connell is going to lead this entire damn thing. So I could not wait to see what is going to happen with this Vikings coaching staff and this team this year, because like we've been saying ad nauseum, the Vikings, it's not hyperbole, they were the best 8-9 team in NFL history last season, where they have all the talent, but they consistently underperform in high leverage spots. And whether it be, hey, maybe the players shy away from the spotlight, I don't think that's it. I think it came down to management. I think it came down to coaching. And the Vikings, how many games did they give away where they're piss poor, managed piss poorly at the end of halves, like Vikings.com alluded to, or at the end of games? It's just frustrating. But this staff can get things together, man. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Vikings finalize their coaching staff. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.